Well. Welcome back to another episode of Art with Mad Mel. And I'm on early today because why? I don't know. I don't really care. I just want to get an early start tonight. So I hope that you all are doing well. Sorry about the last stream. Had audio issues. Couldn't do nothing about that. That really sucked. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes things don't go the way you want them to. So if this is your first time being here, I hope you enjoy what we're doing tonight. I am doing acrylic painting tonight. Not working on the Terminator, but I got another project that's on the table. So we're going to work on that for a little while, and then after that, we'll probably go to some more of the sketchbook. I think we stopped with the Joker last. I think the next person that's up, because I still got to do some more stuff like color and all that, but I think the next person that's up is I think Bane. I think that's who we have next. Yep, good old Mr. Bane here. Can't really see him that well, but you'll see him on the table. Anyways, hope you guys are ready. Let's go on ahead and get over to the table and let's not waste any time, shall we? Madness is waiting for us. There we go. Oh, and look, you still get to see my pretty face. Fantastic. So yes, this is the painting that I've been working on. Yes, it's a three-dimensional painting because it has heads on it, right, that are actually on there. So there are molded heads because I like to use clay molds for the head sometimes. And I also have some hair back here that's made out of different types of fabric to give it more of a realistic look to it. And it's going to be interesting. It's something different and new that I'm trying. So I want to turn on some music. And the idea today, since these are all black light, this is yellow, blue, and green. They glow pretty well because I did about 2 coats of it. And I also used a pearlescent medium, so it may bring it out a little bit more. So that's something that is interesting with this piece that I'm working on. Of course, all 3 of the faces are just acrylic. I'll probably go over them again, or I'll get some varnish specifically for that before I varnish the rest of the painting. So today the idea is to just get the outfits kind of colored in and try to get some detail on that, because the skin will probably be the next part and that takes a little bit longer, or I might start with that. Who knows? Could probably start with the skin. That'll probably be doing the skin tone, probably be the easiest out of all of this to do first, except for this one. This one's in an armor, and no, it's not Master Chief, so calm down. It's a different type of armor. So I'm going to go on ahead now and turn on some music and enjoy yourself. The chat's open, I believe. Let me see here. Like always, yes. Beautiful. Yeah, so chat's open and ready to go. And yeah, if you guys want to chat, feel free. Ask questions. Like to do that here. So have yourself a good time. I'm moving stuff around because I got a lot of things up. You know how that goes, right? Or maybe you don't. If you don't, well, sometimes you got a lot of stuff on your screen. Anyways, let's start. Let's see here. There we go. Beautiful. Hey Demetra, how you doing? Thank you for showing up. I'm glad you're here tonight. I hope you're doing well. Hope you have yourself a good time. This paint's a little thin. Yep, didn't know you were on, just locked up on it. Yeah, I didn't tell nobody. I jumped on early. I just felt, why not? I was sitting. I'll tell you really the reason why I jumped on if you really want to know. If you really want to know. I haven't been right in a minute, and I'm not getting into full detail of it, but I didn't want to stream today. And I knew if I didn't stream and gave into not wanting to do, because I'm mad, right? So I didn't want to give in to that, so I decided to just start up and do. And if it's already going, then what's the harm in that if I'm already streaming, right? And I'm already here, and I start 30 minutes earlier, and utilize my time properly, and not just I don't feel like it, and then go for the shock therapy, because the shock therapy isn't working anymore. I mean, that's just what it is, So, but so I figured that I was just going ahead and get an early start because I wanted to do 2 different things today. So I figured, why not? Utilize your time properly, I suppose. Trying to be more attentive, But it's hard though, especially if you struggle with certain things, There we go. Hey Duchess, how are you today? Thanks for showing up. Hi. Yeah, so I am pretty pleased with this. I need this to set for a minute, right? Because this is a little loose. And I will explain what that is here in a second. There we go. So, because I'm using a wet pad, right, with the sponge, I double up on the pads. I'll explain that in a minute, but I use one of these moisture pads, right? So, it makes the paint a little bit thinner. Now, normally this is used for, like, models, miniatures, things of that nature, right? I find it to be easier to save some of your acrylic paint without having it to dry out, because acrylic paint dries out very easily. So this helps with that, and it kind of saves you money in the long run. Downside, it thins the paint out, because granted it has the moisture, it's in a moist environment because of the lid and everything, so it doesn't actually dry up. Running into Walmart, I'll be back later. Okay, alright, cool. Have fun there. That is a mad place. It Everybody loves that place. But yeah, so that's basically that little process with the paint. But the sad part is it gets thin, so you have to kind of reapply, and that's what I'm doing here because that thinned out. Now we'll go on ahead and add this up. Shake it up. Biggest thing, you gotta shake it up. So I can do a little something different here if I really wanted to. Like I can add some yellow orchard here. A little bit. And that will equal out this skin tone here, but I'm gonna tan it up a little bit for like the neck. And then this area don't really have to do much for her. Let's see. I think that's the tone. Or no, this is it. Hazelnut. Yes, that's correct. Well, a little bit darker, but that's perfectly fine. I'm not too concerned about it. It'll do what it needs to do. Anyways, let's get back to it. So we're gonna go to this picture, and basically we're doing the neck, the arms too. And then in here, in these little crevices, that's supposed to be like torn jeans, right? Now, the fun thing is that you're seeing this, and you might be thinking like, oh, this is just some plain Jane stuff. But I'm going to add something extra cool to it as well. So yeah, there we go. So that's going to work. And this will take care of the neckline right there. Hope everybody's had a fun weekend. And we're already in June. We're halfway. We made the first 6 months of the year. Fantastic. I had to really think about it. I was like, wow, we already hit June. There we go. Now with this blue, it's going to try to pull through really hard on here, which is going to be good and bad. I need it dark in a certain spot, so we're going to work on that in layers. Like, blue is a very interesting color to kind of mess with sometimes, because it has a lot of different pigments already in it. So when you start trying to add different things to it, depending on what spectrum of the color spectrum there would be. Basically, this is brown with a little bit more yellow in it. So, you know, it's going to stand out, but it's a little mute, right? So I'm going to have to finagle with it after it dries. Usually 2 layers. There we go. Looking pretty good so far. I like that. Let's see here. Okay. I like that. I like that. That came out pretty well. That was very subtle. I like that very much. Okay, now I'm going to try to figure out what we're going to do for her dress. Because it's already like yellow, and I want to keep it kind of in that scheme, so I'm thinking, let's see, what color do we have? I want it to be vibrant. I know I always go for the purple, right, but I want to stay in the hot spectrum. How about some neon orange? A neon orange dress? I don't know. Give it a shot, right? Oh yeah, that's 2 different tones right there. I like that. This is gonna pop. I want to keep that hot, right? There we go. So if you can see right down here, I'm mixing it up. It's very, very fluorescent. Got a very 80s look to it right here, you know. And I want to cut that with a little bit of white paint, right? Not by much, but just a little bit. Alright. Now, this is the cool part. I get to show you guys a little bit about the medium, which I don't have it here. Oh look, you guys get to see me move all the way down here to the other side of the room. Where is it? Oh, you pesky little where did you go? See, the dream is to have a bigger studio. One day I will. And then I can have everything closer. So it's not so confined. Find it. I guess I can't find the iridescent because I think I moved it. And I did. And I don't know where exactly I put it. But that's okay. We can use a little gloss here. There we go. And it's very clear. Hey Fox, how you doing? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Well, I haven't been around in a while. I've been kind of stuck in this facility going mad, but it's good to see you. Glad that you showed up. Get a little madness in your life. Start off June well. Here we go. So, alright, here's the idea. I want to do kind of a hot color here, and then we're going to layer the dress in like a neon like pink kind of in there, right? Keep it in the hot spectrum of colors, and then we'll do some different stuff over here with these so it can actually pop out. Is it one lady and 2 men, or are they all women? They're all women. They're just, it's like different types of like elegance. Like you have like a formal, you have like a street punk, you know, kind of deal, and then you've got kind of like a corpo kind of thing. This is, the idea was kind of a cyberpunk, like a nod to cyberpunk, right? But it's also because I'm doing the this is for the African American festival that I'm a part of. I wanted it to be like a cyberpunk, kind of like a cyberpunk feel to it, but it's also a form of black art. So, you know, why not? Corpo, street kid, and then you got like, you know, a merc or whatever. So it's kind of like still in that theme, and I'll put the little cybernetic stuff in there a little bit later, so you kind of know what's going on, because you guys have seen it in the past with the robots, right? You know what my robots look like, so it'll be subtle, like implant, kind of mech arm, and then you can tell it'll be some stuff on the face kind of deal. So, you know, it's very, very nice. Thank you. So that's why I want it to look kind of colorful, you know, and vibrant. Give it that look that we're really looking for. And with this being very bright, you know, we'll put some gold leaf in here and make it pop out so you get a little bit of shine. And then if you have a black light, whoever's the lucky person that buys the original, you know, if you can meet the price, right? But when I bring it this time, I'm actually just showing it, just showcasing what I can do. I'm not, for what I want for this and how much I'm, you know, I have to look at materials. Like I always don't look at that, right? You need to look at your materials. Your time is a material. I never look at that when I'm pricing things sometimes. Sometimes I'm a little off. So as much time as I put into this, like it took, let me break down this painting. This is one painting so you guys can get the spectrum of this. If you are looking into like how much does it cost for someone to make a painting like this? Well, you got to look at how much the clay costs and how much time it's going to take for each one of these to actually cure and be able to, with air dry clay, we're looking at 2 to 3 days for that to not have any potholes or cracks and to fully like air dry and turn solid. Once you do that, then you gotta wait and then you gotta sand them. So sanding them is a whole process. It's dirty, it's messy, and you can mess it up. So then you gotta sand it. So that's time. That's gonna take about a day, maybe a day or two, depending how much you're trying to sand. And then of course you gotta apply it to the canvas. So that's hot glue or whatever adhesive that you want to use. I recommend using some other type of glue, maybe a fabric glue, since canvas is type of a fabric base, you know. And if you're like, well, actually, you know what, you can go on ahead and just do it yourself or put it in the comment and let people know. Don't be a smooth brain, right? You know, even I get things wrong, you know, because I'm insane. And, you know, my brain doesn't work out 100% like normal because we're all crazy. That's the fun part of that. Now, here comes the part that I might be a little pissed if I mess up. And it's okay if you mess up. Don't ever worry about it. One thing I can tell you, kind of like what Bob Ross used to say, happy little accidents. Mad Mel says there's always a way to be able, yes, I started early. Just today, though, because I was about to have a manic fit and just say, fuck this whole stream and didn't even get on. I actually thought about just not even coming back for the whole month of June. I was having a bad time. And you know what? I decided I'm just going to go on ahead and just stream so I don't crash out and become a statistic. So I just decided to do that because I was about to do something really wild. Because, you know, like I said, there's only so much electric shock therapy I could take, and I've started to become immune to it. So, you know, I decided, well, productivity is the best solution for that. Hey, Big Boozler, how you doing? Bob Ross, my goat. Yeah, he is. He was great. Only problem is, you know, paint thinner will kill you, gives you cancer. That's what killed him. You know, that's why I stick with acrylic. You know, not really. That's not the only reason. It's just the fact that, okay, oil-based paint is beautiful. Cannot beat it. I will say that. I am openly admitting that. And, you know, I'm over here using acrylic, neon acrylic myself, right? But there's a problem with it. It's messy as shit. It is really bad. And I say it just like I say it because it is. You get it on something, it will mess up everything, right? You have to stream. Yeah, I know. No behavior is really bad. It's like a mind virus. No behavior becomes bad if you let it seep in, and it gets tough, right? But yeah, the oil-based paint, when you're using it, it can get messy, and you want to have a nice area to be able to have accidents, right? Air quotes. You're going to mess it up. Something's going to get ruined. Clothes, something. It don't matter. You're going to get on something that's going to mess it up, and that's fine. That's fine. But you just want to have a space that you're not going to worry about. Right now, I'm in a part of the facility that, you know, I don't want to really mess that up. But we will have a bigger space. Sometime in the future, maybe. You know, you have to think big. Thinking big is the way to success, or at least that's what they tell you in those books or those courses that they keep popping up in Instagram and Facebook and all over the place. I don't use Twitter, well, X. I don't use that. X is kind of like, I think of X as being like a gunshot wound to the head that just won't kill you, but won't let you like heal either. It's kind of just an open wound. That place is toxic. I don't like that place. It's like a brain tumor. It's not good. That's pretty. Against that yellow, Oh man, that's pretty. I like that. That is nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good choice. Good choice. Alright, now we need a little bit bigger of a brush because we got more to take up. More space to cover. But yeah, one day, let's see. Oh man. Try to pop my back. The human spine is a very strange part of the body, right? It's very weird. It's an amazing piece of equipment, but let's face it, it's very strange. Oh boy, look at that up against that yellow. Oh, can we do it? Yes. What about over here? Oh, look at that. I thought, what was I going to do with the thigh? And I was like, man, maybe I could do like an open thigh. And I'm like, no, I want it to be like more of an evening gown, like a corpo dress. Like this is something that they would wear to like a corporate meeting or something in that order, you know. And for those of you that don't know what cyberpunk is basically our reality in about 25 years, where people have augmented shit in their bodies, and a lot of people are on the streets, and some people are fully chromed out, meaning that they have no skin, you know, like they just put their brain in a encasement, you know, and all of that. Now I will say it's a tabletop game. I have to nod to that. All right. Some people might get their undies in a bunch, and I hope it chafes, because credit goes to where credit is due. Okay. And it started out as a tabletop game, just the same as D&D. The only problem that everybody has with the game is that you can't really do much with your stats, right? When it comes to like, oh, I want more health or whatnot. No, what you get is what you get in some of them. I think like the Cyberpunk 2020 was like that, and I don't know if Red is like that, but I haven't played much of Red. But still, it's a thing, right? What you have here? You're over here typing away. You know what I mean? Interesting. Yeah, Humanity I might try. I don't know. I tried Zomboid. That game frustrated me to death. I got in there, I cut my arm, and then I bled to death in the kitchen, and I'm like, alright, let me try again. I finally figured out how to find food, and then I ended up going outside, and then I couldn't get through the fence. Something killed me, and I'm like, all right, that's enough. And that was about enough. That was about all I had in me for that. But I don't know. It might be fun. I might look at it again. Humanity was really the one I wanted to try anyways, but I'll look and see. I don't know. My brain with video games is so jaded, man. I am in such a jaded place with video games. I can't. I mean, it's. I don't even know how to explain it. It's such a weird way to explain it. It's like I still like video games, but I'm burnt. Like I'm burnt. You know, that's the thing. I couldn't figure out. Anywhere in Zomboid. I'm gonna find a little more straightforward. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. It's good that that's actually more straightforward. I don't know. I'm waiting. I only got a little bit of time before that monstrosity comes out called Dune. So That's what I'm waiting for. Dune will be my little game that I will play and run in the sands and get eaten alive by sandworms. It sounds like a great idea. Great time to have. Struggling for life on Arrakis. For those of you that don't know, Dune is a book, science fiction. I hope most of you know what this is. If you don't, it's okay. But you will get a little bit of a side eye. Yes, Dune, Arrakis. Yeah, Shah Halud. All of that. You know, using the voice and making people run off into the desert. That kind of stuff. You know, like, it's going to be a fun time. At least I'm hoping it's going to be a fun time. That's what I'm hoping for, right? Oh, and another thing too. So here's what's going to happen with the Bane picture that I'm doing tonight. Probably here. Yeah, I'll probably start about 8:30, maybe. Yeah, about 8:30, because it's going to take me about an hour to do it. So I'm not going to sketch it at all. I'm just going to use the calligraphy pen. That's it. Like, I'm not going to sketch it before I draw it. I'm going to see if I believe in my skill enough to just say, yeah, I can do that, which I'm sure I can. I know I'm mad enough. So we're going to see what that's going to look like. You know, hopefully it'll turn out all right. I think it will. And if it don't, so what? You know, because that's going to be a test of nerve and insanity. You know? Oh, and don't think that the backgrounds in these are just basic, right? If any of you thought, oh, he's just going to just paint that, and there ain't going to be nothing else. No, don't worry about that. There's going to be some interesting stuff going on in the background. Like, it's not even going to look like the same thing. But here's the funny thing, though. I'm going to do a time lapse, and I'm only going to show just what we finished tonight. Wherever we get done, I'm going to do that a little bit for myself, and then I'll make a video on it. Because I got a bunch of stuff and I've been editing. I made this monstrosity of a video last night that would probably put me in an insane asylum. I mean, like, they're going to take me out of my insane asylum and put me, like, in the middle of the ocean somewhere, like in a black site. You know, like, it's crazy. Had a lot of yeah, no, it's great. And I'm going to throw that out here too. So I might have to make another channel for short videos and stuff. I don't know. I'm doing a lot of wild stuff over here. Haven't been sleeping well. So, you know, when you don't sleep well, you do crazy things, right? And usually my craziness isn't like, oh man, I'm going to drink all night. No, I'm going to just, you know, make crazy videos until I can't stand it. And, you know, then I get creeped out because I'm like, what did I just do? And then it hits me different because, you know, it's like, oh man, this bothers me. And that's usually my threshold of how a video is going to be. Like, if I'm drawing something or making anything, when I hit a peak where I'm like, oh God, what did I do? I know I did a good job. Like, I know that's going to be the thing everybody's going to like, you know? And that's what I hit last night. Like, I hit a point like, oh man, this is going to get me on a list. And I was okay with that. You know, like, I'm not that worried about that because it's nothing like crude that would put me in a bad place, right? But I'm going to be watched because people are going to be like, oh man, what in the hell is this? Because it's insane, you know? But, you know, the man wanted to talk and he has a face, and, you know, there's two parts of it. Like, you know, you get to see him and then you get to see the other shit, right? You know, so, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we got to do something here. But I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do the armor. And I'm going to do the gray out first. Because I got to figure out what to do with that. So, I know what's supposed to be what here. And we're just going to do a little bit because this needs to dry. That part's tacky right now. So, and we're not talking about tacky like you're wearing, you know, corduroy and plaid shirt. You know, we're talking about tacky like, you know, I found this sock Why is it this way? Yeah, if you got that, I'm sorry. If you didn't get that, you're safe. You know, and that's good. That's good. You want to be there. You don't want to be where you're like, oh my God, I got that joke. Yeah, like he said, why? You know, I ask that question a lot. How often do you guys ask the question why? You know, like why? Why is this happening this way? Why am I over here doing this? Why am I in the kitchen again? Why am I standing outside? I didn't want to go to Home Depot. Why am I here? I don't know anything. Whose pants are these? Are these mine? Why am I here? What's happening? And then you ask the question why. Like, I go to the grocery store sometimes and I'm like, I don't even want food. I don't even want to be in here. Why do I have to eat? Why do I have to put that stuff in my mouth? Why do I have to cook? Why? That's what I ask. Do you ask that? Every time I go to the grocery store. Oh man, do I want to buy this? Man, what if I just starve myself to death? That's a terrible idea, Mel. Don't talk like that. You know what? Why? I don't know. I'm just frustrated with food. I'm just tired sometimes when I go into the grocery store and I'm like, man, I want something different, but it's like, what do I really want? I ask myself that all the time. I never get an answer. Never get an answer. Probably because, you know, it would be weird if I was like, I know exactly why. And I talk to myself in the third person. Then I would really need to get some help. That's not good. If you're really doing that in real life, you need to talk to somebody. If you're talking to yourself in the third person, that's not healthy. I'm being real here. That's not healthy. You need to talk to someone if you're doing that. That's bad. That's real bad. You know, that leads to things not going well for you. You know. And see, I'm not doing no more immersion killing anymore. If you don't get the fact that this is kind of like satire, that I'm an artist and it's like mad art because I do mad things. Because I thought about this too. Because I know that there are some people that are, you know, that watch and they're like, I don't understand. I wish that he would explain what's going on. And I'm going to explain because I don't want you guys to be lost. That's why I'm explaining now. You know, so, and excuse me if it comes off as me being an asshole, right? But here goes. So, what I'm about to do is I'm about to take this paintbrush that you put paint on, and I want to stick it over here, right? And I'm going to put it into the paint, and I want to take it out, right? Okay? And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush, and I want to put it to this canvas, like so, right? And then what I'm about to do next, I'm about to take my right hand, right, that has the paintbrush in it, and I want to touch it to the canvas, like so. And then when I take my right hand that has the brush in it, and I touch it to the canvas, I'm going to apply paint, like so. With my right hand again, I'm going to apply the paint one more time, and so forth, and so on, and I know you felt that all the way in the back. I know somebody felt that. Someone right now is laughing so hard they're probably snorting. And it's fine. It's fine. I hope you do. And I hope the ones that were watching that asked that silly question, I hope that made sense to you. I hope that it didn't hurt your feelings too bad, because I ain't going to say your name, but I know who you are. I hope you felt that. Right? Because I hear what you say. I know you. I know who you are. But I'm glad that you're here, though. I'm happy that you're here. You know? And it's okay that you ask questions. I'm not mad about that. None of the mad ones here are mad about you asking questions. Just don't be afraid to ask. I'm not going to get upset. I'm a man like anybody else. We're all human beings. Some of us may be a little bit more gifted than others. Some of us may have more cerebral cortex than others. Some might have more smooth brain than others. But we're all one species, right? Right? So, hey, it's okay. Now, since we're all on one accord, let's have some fun, shall we? If any of you want to throw something in the chat, please do. I definitely enjoy when you guys throw things in the chat. Oh, hey, Bean Boozle, what you got here? Where are you making, by the way? It's been a while since I've tuned in. So, I am making a cyberpunk-esque picture. Corpo, street kid, kind of a military, Arasaka, whatever you want to, right? But the reason why I'm doing it like this is because there is a festival coming up that I'm a part of that I'm going to be at in Pulaski, Tennessee. If you know the history about it, there's a reason why I feel like I really want to do that. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but anyways, I find it to be an opportunity that I want to be a part of at least once, right? Don't matter how big or small it is, it's the fact that I can say that I did that in my lifetime, and that's something that's important. So what I wanted to show is that not only that I'm a black artist, but I also do kind of different caricatures, and I do three-dimensional art. So it's kind of an inspirational thing, as well as me doing it for the festival and maybe make some money or disturb somebody. I don't know. Maybe inspire them. I call inspiration disturbance, but that's basically what's been going on. And I've also been working on this. When I was in the hospital, I spent almost about 2 months in a physical hospital, and I was working on these, right? As you can see here, I did the Joker. I did, which I'm doing tonight here in about a few minutes. I did Bane. I did the Penguin, you know, and this was all just sketchbook, right? So I decided I'm going to redraw them again, but just with the pen. And since that was back in 2018 when I did those, and this is 25, so that's been in quite some time. So we're going to see what it looks like now, you know. So that's what I've been up to. Also, I've been working on a coloring book that I want to take to the festival as well. Basically almost in the same theme, but I also have different art too that I'm taking there. But that was kind of a highlight that I wanted to do, since I've been working on this transhumanism thing. And even with that, I'm going to be upfront with you guys. A lot of the robotic work I've been doing is almost a parallel to the world that we're living in, since we're hitting a precipice of having AI, general intelligence, augmentation, growing stem cell human brains, quantum computing, quantum chips. So I'm doing my art reflecting the world that we're going into, and it's a horrifying place. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. That's really the thing that I've been easing you guys into, is I've been easing you into this madness of the transition into human beings going into the next evolution that we're going to go to, and the downfall of the species for a little bit, maybe up until, I don't know, until it's out of my system and I don't feel like I'm afraid of it anymore. Which will basically make you unafraid of it too, and then we'll all be unafraid of it, because, you know, what's the worst that can happen? You see a brain with wires sticking out of it. It's be normal. It's another Wednesday, right? You go, uh-oh, Miss Typo. I know you're using your phone. It's okay. I caught the typo. It's fine. I do that myself. I hate autocorrect. You would think that autocorrect would be more correct, instead of like, is this what you thought that you were gonna put? No. You see me put this in you. I use this pause. I use this multiple times a day, right? You should know what I'm going to ask by my predictive typing. So, you know, And like I said before about the whole like robots and transhumanism and all of that, I mean, it wouldn't be bad. I actually love robots and I love robotics. It's just I know mankind cannot keep it. So if mankind, if you had to put like a demographic, like an actual like picture like of all mankind being one man, and like the opportunity for destruction, that one man would find somehow to destroy itself, the whole building that it's in, you know, it's just funny. It makes me laugh. I just laugh at it because it's like, what's the worst that can happen? I don't know. I don't know. But that's enough of that for right now. Why talk about it? We live it. Now, we got that. And I'll add a little bit here. There we go. Now, I'm not going to finish this because I want this to set. I want to see if this blue is going to set the way I want it to, and if it doesn't, then I can just do something else. Now it's time. So, we're going to take this lovely picture. Oh, I'm going to show you guys something else too, since being you were wanting to see something interesting as well. I'll show you this. This painting here is almost complete. As you can see here, this is almost completely done. I use that gold leaf on it. It makes it look really good. And I just got that done the other day, so now I gotta add the detail to that. So you can look at this in any angle, and I gotta put the stuff in the stars in the sky and then change up some of the little details. But it's about 96% done. You know, under part, signature, some little highlights to give it some separation. But the optical illusion of this is I can turn it in any direction that I want to, and it'll still hit that same pivotal point. Underneath the chin, I'll probably put some more silver or gold under there. I just realized that. But any way that I turn it, any way you look at it, the heads will always hit that same focal point right here. Pretty neat, huh? So that's what we've been doing with that. Course, and then of course we got this picture here. We got that painting I did not too long ago. That one's almost done. That one came out pretty well. And oh yeah, let's see, where is it? Oh, here we go. Alright, so we're gonna move all that over, move that. Here we go. So, we're going to take it out of the sleeve like we're taking out Pokemon cards, right? The Charizard card. The limited Charizard. Blah, 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 blah. You know, there he is. There it is, right? There's regular old printer paper. There's old Bane, right? I gave him the Tom Hardy face mask with the whole thing. So we're going to do something similar to this. I'm not going to make him overly bulky, but I'm going to give him enough So we're going to give them a little something. So there we go. We got that there. I want to set this here. If it will set. Yeah, boy. There we go. For my reference, right? Alright, let's get started, shall we? Let's bring this over here. Okie dokie. Wish this sucker was going to work, but it may or may not. I think this tip might actually just be busted. I think that's why they gave me two, and I'm probably going to have to buy another one. So, since that's not going to work, we will use... Oh, boy. Where did the actual... Here it is. Nope. Yep. There it is. There's that one, and I'm looking for the other one. Did it roll off from my desk? Please tell me you did not roll away from me. Oh... Always got one trying to escape. Just like people who are in the facility. I mean, I didn't say that out loud, did I? No, I didn't say that. You didn't hear that. Nobody tries to escape out of the madhouse. Nobody. Oh, I thought I got rid of this song. I can't stand this song. Because it perpetrated a lie. Like, I thought it was going to sound like... You know, Perfect Dark. It turned out to sound like Perfect Dark's cousin, like medium inconvenient lighting. It wasn't nothing I was excited about. I was very upset about it. All right, let's see how bad we can. Let's see what we can do here. So first things first, we want to try to get the head again. So I want to do it this way. Since I have him standing that way, I want to give him the definition that I wanted to last time. All right. Now I'm going to make the mask a little bit different than normal. I'm going to make it the way I want to make it, but you'll know it's Bane. I mean, there's no way possibly you're not going to. I'm going to do it the way I feel like doing it. The key to a calligraphy pen is patience. Patience. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. You're gonna feel real antsy trying to use this thing. And especially if you're doing this without any line work, you gotta be really calm. If you want something that gives you serenity, do this. This will put you in a state of zen, because here's how it puts my mind at ease and focus, right? Because my mind's full of chaos. So I know that if I push too hard, all the ink's going to spew all over the page, but I have to push just enough to be able to get it out. Every line that I'm moving could be either the tip of it moving too fast, or too much of the ink falls out, or it dried out, or something. And I have to relinquish control of it and just be in that moment. And it's something about that is nice, that I enjoy, you know, like that feeling of falling out of an airplane without a parachute, you know, and knowing that you're not going to explode when you hit the ground, you know. I know that sounds wild, right? It doesn't sound, that's not normal. It's like, geez, man, what kind of stuff are you thinking about? Like I said, I haven't been sleeping like a normal person in a while, right? Oh boy. This one is always getting crazy. Oh, hey, Nuclear Nuisance, welcome. Thank you for showing up. Now we're going to get to the other one. So, this one is not bent. I broke one of these, and I broke it in a weird way. Like, it broke in a very weird, bizarre way, right? I'm going to push this up a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so, how did I break it? It came out, fell. I'm like, okay, no big deal, right? That happens. And then as I went to pick it up, I stepped on it the moment that it was very dumb. I didn't like any of it, right? I was not happy. Didn't have enough ink on it. There we go. Doing okay for time so far, not bad. Sorry I haven't said anything in a while. I just kind of got this is where you will lose me. This right here, this is where I find my peace sometimes. Painting's fun, but this is where it all started from. And you know, I forget sometimes, and I'm really bad about that, especially when others are watching or whatnot. You know, I forget. My bad. Alright, let's see here. Oh, yeah. I'm just going by memory. I don't have no picture of reference really of his mask. Right, so I'm just going by memory what I think his mask looks like. So if I get it wrong, you know what? I don't care. Oh, need more ink. Just don't spill. Oh, well, I ran out of paper. Okay. I don't want that to look too silly anyways. Anybody say anything? Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, wait, wow, we got a lot of people in here. I zoned out. I'm sorry. Let's see. Ominous Gamer. Hey, how you doing? Actually, what I'm doing, I did a picture of Bane back in 2019 when I was in the hospital. This is it here, and what I'm doing is redrawing it, but I'm doing it a little bit different. You see, it's looks like this, and then of course the camera's not giving any justice to it, but there's more detail to it than just this. But I got the pose, so that's the idea. You know, is got a mixture of old Bane, new, that's that kind of deal. Hey Corey, hey Kyra, how you doing? This is like adult commercial breakdowns. Oh yeah, a little bit. You know, I got a whole bunch of stuff. You know, it said, oh, use, I don't know. When they said, oh, you got to use non-copyright music. I said, bet. I got you. So I grabbed everything under the sun. You know, I grabbed a little bit of everything. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good today. Can't complain too much. I have my, well, I mean, I guess I could, but I'm not going to. What the hell is this? No, I don't want to listen to this song. I forgot what this one is. Previous one, I'm not surprised. Oh, yeah, I know the one that you're talking about. It sounds like you're at a grocery store, right? Yep, that one, I love that one. That one's one of my favorites, if that's the one that thing that you're talking about. Now I'm glad I decided to stick with it today. I almost didn't stream today because I wasn't, I don't know. I don't know what my problem is. I'm just insane. I'm mad. What else could it be besides madness? Right? I'll tell you how jaded I was with YouTube at one point in time. I had a bunch of horns and whistles and bells. I was about to get really crazy with some stuff. I was about to go full sound effect for them. Because at the beginning of my journey streaming and doing videos, they would strike me every time like, oh, your music, no, you can't do that. Someone in Europe has this copywritten. I'm like, damn. Well, okay, fine. I'll get a bunch of horns and whistles and bells and a bunch of cymbals and chimes. And then I found some music, so I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. And see, I always like Bane. Like, I always imagine him wearing big boots, not because he like has big feet, but just because the fact of when he expands from, you know, I would imagine he wears boots that he would be able to expand in when he hits the venom. You know, for those of you that don't know about Bane, he's a character from Batman. He uses a stuff called venom and juices him up, makes him really strong, and then he becomes addicted to it because it makes him crazy. I made a mistake, but you'll never know it. Maybe you will, I don't know. He also broke Batman's spine once. He did it also in the movie. Yeah, Bane's a monster, man. He told Batman, I don't care about you or your feelings. Let's see what else we can do here. Up, there we go. Up and over. Nice. Alright, and now we can there we go. Alright, I guess it's time to put some detail work into this, I suppose. Okay, now it's time to put some plugs into his body. My favorite part. Oh, man. Whew. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, man. It's almost 9 o'clock. Wow. Making us a pretty good time with this so far. Oh, man, pop my back a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I tried, right? I mean, you tell me. You got this, right? I mean, it's good, right? I mean, I tried with this. I mean, I don't think I got it. I think it's like, okay. I don't know. It seems like it might be decent in comparison. I don't know. It's been a while. We'll see. Still got some more stuff I can do, I guess. What else can I do here? Let's see. I guess that color would be the only other thing. Maybe some background. Alright. Let's see, how much time do we have? Oh, got a little bit of time. Oh no, did everybody teeter off? I guess everybody left. Well, that's okay. I think that turned out pretty well. That's pretty good. Now I get to do my favorite part. If anybody left, they missed it. They're going to miss out on the best part. Let me see. I feel like this camera is messed up. Something happened to it. I think after all that mess went on, I think it really messed this up. I'm gonna... Hold on. Let me see if I can do this to fix this. I'm gonna try to zoom in. There we go. That's better. Okay, good. For this last part, I'm glad that we were able to do that. See if I find the right pencil. Yes, this one. I'm not a fan of this song. Yeah, this is better. Oh boy. Alright, let's do it. Alright, well, I guess that's about it for him. Here, take a look at him. Because I'm trying to figure out what I have I can color him with. As you can see, you know, trying to think, what can I use that's not going to destroy this. Oh boy. Oh man. What about these? The acrylic markers, are they going to be too heavy on it or not? I don't know. Anyways, there's Bane. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Now I'm going to draw something really wild. You know what I'm going to do for the last few minutes? I'm going to draw something else. But it's not what you think it's going to be. I wonder if you guys can guess. We'll see if the class is still here. Oh yeah, here we go. One more picture. I hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are ready, because here comes the insanity. The manic is kicking up. It's time to get wild. Okay, I guess it's time to go on and finish out the show. Okay, well, I'm done with this. What did I draw there? Just two ass faces. Alright, well, we're finished here tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm about to get ready to get out of here. Oh boy, what a fun time we had, didn't we? I don't even know what I was going to say. I am quite thrilled with what we did tonight. I'm glad I got on early, I suppose. We got 5 minutes left before I normally get off, so if you guys want to chat, throw something in the chat. If not, I will let you guys keep what sanity you do have and get out of here. I'll give you a minute. Thank you for being the best part of my show, though. Thank you guys for coming in. Well, we'll start off with thanks, Demetria. Thank you, Terrius and Bamboozler. Of course, Nuclear Nuisance. Ominous Gamer, thank you for showing up. And Caro, thank you as always. You guys were awesome. Thank you guys for showing up. Those of you that were watching and weren't chatting, thank you for being here as well. You know, I appreciate you all being here and sharing the madness that is my art. And a little bit of your sanity and time. Thank you, Dimitri. Well, I guess nobody else has got anything that they want to talk about. Oh, motivational word of the day. Yes, me throwing a motivational word of the day. And I'm even going to say this for myself, too. Tomorrow's a better day because it's not today. Right? So however you feel today, tomorrow will be a better day regardless of what you think it may be. It's a different day than today. So nothing repeats itself all the time. So, you know, give tomorrow a chance. It could be a better day than it was today. So, telling myself that, tell you guys that. I hope you all have a great rest of the week. I will see you Tuesday as usual. I'll be working on the coloring books. I might jump on early. I might stay late. I got a lot of stuff I'm doing. So, thank you. Thank you as always. Yes, great show. Thanks. So, I'm out of here. You guys take it easy. Be careful. Tomorrow's a new day. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow is a new day. So, stay mad. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, man. That didn't work.